Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. This is episode 253. Yesterday was a very monumental day for me personally. It was a day I had been waiting on for a long time, and I'm just grateful to God that I was able to finally reach that day. When I checked my balance and I saw the remaining balance, I said, you know what, let me go ahead, let me end this right now. And I submitted payment and I paid off a major debt. I paid off a major debt that I've been dealing with since 2014. Obama was still president. That's 6 years. 2014 is when I accumulated this debt. And it was supposed to have been paid off in 2017. But money was funny. Business was going slow at certain points. And I finally got it paid off this year, 2020, yesterday. I was grateful. I was ecstatic because when I graduated college in 2010, I didn't have any financial literacy. I didn't have anyone who really educated me on how to navigate through the finance world, on how to handle credit cards, on what's a bad loan, what's an APR, what's interest rates, what's things like that. I didn't have that, unfortunately. So when I graduated college, I got my first credit card. I was out the game quick. I went deep into debt real quick. I think I had about 3 or 4 credit cards in a span of 2 years. All of them, I messed them all up. I took out bad loans, things went into collections. It was terrible. I was out the game quick, ladies and gentlemen. So from 2010 to 2020, this entire decade, I've been battling debt. But this one particular debt that I'm talking about from 2014 has been lingering and been hindering me for a long time until yesterday when I paid it off. I'm grateful that I stayed the course and I kept that perseverance and that focus to keep pushing, to keep building my business, and to remain faithful and obedient on paying off this debt. Because had I not did that, I would have continued to drown, not only in that debt, but in all of my consumer debt, in all of my financial debt. And I didn't allow that to happen. You know why I didn't allow that to happen? Because it became personal for me. You see, I was very angry at myself for a long time for the hole that I put myself in when it came to all of this consumer debt and all of this financial irresponsibility. I was very angry at myself, but I had to turn that anger into something productive. I had to make it personal. So instead of being angry at me, be angry at the system. Be angry at the fact that it's a system in place that raises children to be financial illiterate and puts these children and these people into these deep holes. Be angry at that system and make it a personal vendetta to you to climb out of that hole and to erase your debt and to educate others on how to erase their debts too. Make it a personal vendetta. That's what I had to tell myself. So I told myself, you know what? Yes, it sucks right now that I'm in major debt. Yes, it sucks right now that I can't make the moves I want to make because I feel shackled and I feel chained down by all of this financial burden. Yes, it sucks, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to continue to go out every single day and build this business. I'm going to continue to do everything I can do. I'm going to continue to generate revenue. And with that revenue, I'm going to be responsible with it. I'm not going to go back into bad habits and old habits and throw it away and spend it on things that don't matter. I had to be focused and locked in. I had to sacrifice. I had to put off what I wanted for the present for what I want for the future, which is financial freedom. So with every dollar I made, I put it towards my bills. I put it towards everything that mattered. I began to chip away at all of my debt, little by little. It was draining at times. It was frustrating at times, but I stayed disciplined. And that's what you have to do out there, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what your situation is, no matter what you are dealing with, every dollar you make from your job, from your business, from whatever you do to generate revenue for yourself, you have to be responsible. You have to make it a personal vendetta to eat away and to chip away at these debts that's holding you down. because nobody else is going to free you from it. It's not going to be a stimulus check. You're not going to get a bailout like Wall Street did. You have to bail yourself out. So with everything you make, you have to be responsible. You have to stick through it. You have to go through the wilderness and pay all of your bills, pay all of your debts, handle your business. You have to sacrifice what you want for the present, which is a good time out on Friday and Saturday night, which is buying something material, which is going on this vacation. I'm not saying you shouldn't do these things, but you have to make smart decisions and understand the aftermath of every decision you make. So if you decide to go on a vacation, if you decide to buy something material, you have to be ready for the aftermath of that and understand that you're still going to be in it for the long haul, looking for financial freedom. So with everything you generate from your job, from your business, make sure that you put it towards your goals, and your goals are to be financially free. It has to be a personal vendetta. You have to make it personal for you, because no one else is going to free you from these burdens but yourself. So that's what I had to do. From 2014 to 2020, I stayed disciplined. I continued to sacrifice. I continued to put every dollar I had towards eating away at my debt. And although I'm not fully 100% debt free yet, I paid off this particular debt that was nagging me, that was stressing me out for 6 long years, and it felt good. I got revenge on a system that played me, on a system that manipulated me, on a system that enticed me and trapped me in financial jail. I got revenge on that system. And let me tell you something, revenge is profitable. Revenge is very profitable. Because when you're sacrificed, when you're disciplined, and when you stay focused on your goals, whatever that goal is, you're going to accomplish it. And when you accomplish it, now you're going to be in the black. You're no longer in the red. You're in the black. Revenge is profitable. Make it a personal vendetta to become debt free, to gain financial freedom. Make it a personal vendetta to educate others and to inspire others to do the same thing. Make it a personal vendetta to build wealth for yourself and for those around you. Make it a personal vendetta to become happy and to make that happiness contagious to others around you. Revenge is profitable. When you get revenge on systems that manipulate you, when you get revenge on debt, when you get revenge on sadness, on depression, it's profitable, because now you're winning, because now you're on top, because now you're no longer burdened and held down by it. You have the power. You just have to harness it. You have to focus it. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. I say that every week. But you have to be locked in. And understand that when you're locked in, it's not going to be overnight. That's what's so glorious about it. Because if all it takes is for one day to be locked in, everybody will be debt free. Everybody will be financially free right now. No, you have to understand it's going to be the long haul. It was 6 years for me to erase this debt. It might be 10 years for you. It might be 15 years for you. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Appreciate the process. Appreciate the fact that you are disciplined and that you have the ability to be focused and to sacrifice. Appreciate the fact that you're in this journey and you're getting that revenge. Appreciate the fact that you have the mindset to reverse the course. You're no longer thinking like a child. You're thinking like an adult now, a responsible adult. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Don't be angry at yourself. Don't be angry at your parents. Don't be angry at anyone who you think should have educated you on certain things. Be angry at the negative and the evil principalities of this world. Be angry at the systems that manipulated us, and make it a personal vendetta to get back at those systems. You tell those systems, you know what, you did everything you could, but guess what? I'm still financially free. My credit score is still at 800. I'm still debt free. I still accomplished my goals despite the fact I was 400 years behind. Despite the fact that I grew up in poverty, I still came out on top. Revenge is profitable. If this message has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, please pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. And number two, please leave me a 5-star review. I surely appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.